Hi, book besties, and welcome to Live Life Between the Lines. If you are new here, my name is Liv, and welcome to our little book club. So, this is the first episode of the introduction to the book series that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing the H.D Carlton book series. The books that I have so far is the Satan's Affair, and I've already read it. I've already did my notes on it. So this one is ready to be recording. After I record this video, I'm going to jump and record that video. After Satan's Affair, we're going to jump into the Haunting Adeline. Make sure it's the HAU. It's the cat and mouse duo #1. Guys, once I'm done introducing these books to y'all, I have the funniest story to tell y'all about these books. Okay? So this is the second one that we're going to be reading. And then this is the Haunting Adeline, the HUN Haunting Adeline book 2 for the cat and mouse duo. So this is the third book that we're going to be reading. Those are the ones that I have so far. I will have to eventually get the other ones. So after those three, we're going to jump into Where's Molly. Where's Molly is supposed to be a standalone. Same thing as Satan's Affair. Satan's Affair is not really a standalone. It's probably like a prequel of the cat and mouse. But so far from doing my research, a lot of people are saying that as long as you read Haunting Adeline book 1 and Haunting Adeline book 2, that those are the only ones that you just really have to read in order. But if you want to be specific, there is kind of an order. It's just not a lot of people are saying the order in which it goes in. Like, a lot of people are saying that Phantom, which is a standalone, but they all connect in some way. I feel they all connect in some way. Like, I thought Phantom was a standalone, but it turns out that it's talking about Adeline's grandma. So a lot of people are saying, since Phantom is out now, that it's best to read that one before. But for the people that have already read the books, it's a little hard to, go back. So what we're going to do is we're just going to stick to the basic, which is Satan's Affair, Haunting Adeline book 2, and then Where's Molly. After that, I will read Phantom, I will read Shallow River, and then I will read Does It Hurt. I'm not 100% sure how Shallow River and Does It Hurt connects in these book series, but we'll see as we're reading, and we'll probably just connect the pieces as we go for y'all who have not read these books yet. And for those who have read the books, try not to spoil it in the comments or anything like that for everyone, especially for me, because I don't want the spoilers. I kind of already spoiled it myself a little bit anyway, and I'll get into how I did that. So the Haunting Adeline book 2 is the book I started reading first. And I just casually saw this book in Walmart, and I remember BookTok was, talking about Haunting Adeline. I am not noticing or paying attention to the spelling. I'm not paying attention to the number 2 on the book. And I didn't know what a cat and mouse duo was. I've never read a book like this at all. So when I got the book, again, I thought this book was about like a mobster love story kind of thing. And then I was reading the warnings, and I'm just like, oh, the warnings got me. Let me get into the warnings. This isn't going to be a spoiler. I think all the books have a warning. So, warnings. So it says, important note. As some of you may know, the first book is a duet, Haunting Adeline. I read that and still did not connect the dots that there was other books to this. I just thought this was a book and that was it, kind of thing. This is a duet. Hunting Adeline was banned due to the warnings, but it is so necessary to have one. These are also available on my website. This book contains very dark, triggering situations such as graphic rape. These scenes are detailed, so please proceed with caution. There is also graphic violence, gore, torture, sexual assault, kidnapping, physical abuse, mental abuse, explicit sexual situations, human trafficking, slave trade, grooming, severe PTSD, and very particular kinks such as blood play, knife play, degrading, and somnophilia. I think I said that right, not sure. This book is significantly darker than the first. Please take these warnings seriously. Your mental health matters. So, when I read that, I was like, what am I reading? Mind you, I was reading a whole nother book. I was reading 50 Shades at the time that I bought this book. So I wasn't planning on reading it right then and there. But I was like, oh, let me just, read the first chapter. And then I start reading the warnings and I'm just like, what did I just buy? So most definitely was a little nervous. So I ended up taking the book when I went on a cruise recently, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to just read it on the cruise. I hope I like it because this is the only book that I'm bringing on the cruise. So I'm reading it and I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, it's not what I'm used to, but I'm intrigued. So I remember my mom, she also loves to read books too. And I kind of remember the cover of her book looks kind of familiar to the way these books look. I was like, man, her book kind of looks like my book in a way. And I was asking her, I was like, this is what the book's about. And we're just, chatting about it. And I started asking her questions, like, because I was like, I feel like this isn't the only book. Like, I feel like there's another book because I'm missing things. Like, I'm missing details. It feels like the way they're writing the book is like I'm supposed to know these characters, but I don't know these characters. So I started asking her about her book, and I'm just like, who's the characters in your book? Like, do you know who Zayd is? Do you know who Adeline is? And she's like, no, I don't know who those people are. And I'm just like, okay, what about Francesca? And she's like, yes, Francesca's in my book. And I'm just like, we're getting somewhere. I was like, okay, so who else? And then she started talking about Molly, and I was like, okay, Molly's in my book, not necessarily in my book, but her diary pages are in my book. And Adeline talks about her. So I'm just like, connecting. The books are connecting. So that's when I ended up looking it up. And I was like, does Hunting Adeline have a book series? And that's when I started getting into the standalones, the cat and mouse. That's when I realized. But it doesn't stop there. I still did not realize that there was a book 1 and a book 2. I just thought it was Hunting Adeline. That was it. I knew that Satan's Affair was the book, it was a book, Phantom, all of that. Didn't realize there was a cat and mouse duo. I seen it on there twice, and I was like, why would they put that on there twice? Didn't realize it said book 1, book 2. Didn't read that, guys. Reading is fundamental. I did not pay attention. Didn't realize that the words were spelled completely different. So I ended up being in Walmart. I had to get an oil change. And when I have to get an oil change, guys, I literally love to go down like the crafts aisle, the book aisle, the vinyl aisle. I have my favorite aisles in Walmart. So I was like, let me just go down the book aisle and see what I can find. So I seen the books next to each other. And I was like, why are the pages different? And I was flipping through the book 1, not realizing it was book 1. And I read I was going through chapter 1, and I was like, this ain't what happened. Looked it up. It's a book 1 and a book 2. Guys, I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I was that. It's like I was blocking it. Like I didn't want to know. That's what it felt like. So I'm so upset because, as you can see, I got really far in this book. So I've read all of this. this is how much is left in this book. So you can see that I've read most of the book. So it did kind of spoil, not a lot, but a little bit of Satan's Affair, which is the first book. It spoiled it a little bit, but not enough. It just kind of spiked my curiosity for little things that was happening in the book. I think personally, Satan's Affair is how to kick off all the other books. Or you can read Phantom first because it's set farther from the other books. So Phantom or Satan's Affair, but do not read Haunting Adeline before you read Satan's Affair, in my opinion. But yeah, so that's this little intro to this book series, and I'm actually excited to record the first episode, which I'm actually about to do now. So let's get into it, and I will see you in the next episode.